And okay, and we are live. Hello, everyone. It is King Billy, and today I'm going to be trying something a little different. I'm going to be calling this stream the King Billy Show, Episode 1. So I have two special guests here. And I'm here with Florence and Ricardo. You two can introduce yourselves.
Hi, it's Ricardo. I'm the Spider-Man avatar. You can catch me on Twitter, Ricardo Saraceno. Take it away, Florence.
And hey, it's Florence. I'm glad to be back again.
Yeah, so this morning, I saw Infinity War.
Yeah, I kind of already spoiled the deaths for myself, so
don't spoil anything for me.
I'm not.
Wait,
I'm not.
Wait, what? No spoilers?
Jesus, I've been staying actively away from it.
Really?
Everything.
Oh, but I want to tell you that Superman dies. Yeah, Superman dies.
Yeah, I've seen a whole bunch of shit posts about fucking everybody's dead, or I don't know. Nothing spoilery,
you sure you don't want spoilers?
So yeah, Cummings is back, eh?
Yeah, Cummings is back.
That's pretty cool. I've seen a couple of his videos. Been posting a lot.
Yeah, because he was like I don't know what was going on, but he was on a hiatus. Normally he would do the videos even while he was away, but yeah, he just stopped for a while.
Oh, if he's overseas, it's probably just a huge pain in the arse.
Yeah, probably. Well, now he's back, we might have a little less drama. Maybe.
I don't know. Things been pretty cooled down, if you ask me.
What?
I feel like everything's cooled down quite a bit, if you ask me.
Oh, I just mean within like the whole Comicsgate stuff, because like there was that thing with like Yellow Flash and stuff that got a little crazy.
What's this, sorry?
What?
What are you referring to?
I'm not sure about the details. All I know is that Yellow Flash got into like an argument with Mariyasha because Mariyasha apparently did a stream behind his back and didn't invite him on the stream to basically plead his case or defend himself. Yeah.
Kind of. I mean, if I'm gonna kind of be speaking a little honestly here, I mean, I like the guy. I've seen his videos and all that, but I mean, I'm just gonna say that I do kind of see that it kind of does happen a lot. Kind of that Yellow Flash gets into stuff with other people. So just gonna say that.
Well, it seems like Yellow Flash kind of takes. I mean, the thing is with Yellow Flash is I think Yellow Flash kind of is what basically I don't know. It just seems like he likes he reviews comic books, but I think he has a serious problem with the SJW community in comic books, and I don't know. There are some people who want us to be more careful, others who basically don't really care, just do your own thing and stuff, and yeah.
Me personally, I won't be really vocal about my views in the anti-SJW stuff unless someone came up to me and asked me what I think about it. Then I'll just be just completely blunt right there.
Yeah. Well, say Yellow Flash gets into drama, but I feel like people are just overly sensitive to the point where I think the drama is just kind of annoying that people are getting this upset. And what really pissed Yellow Flash off the most was the fact that Mariyasha, at least said behind his back that what they should think about shunning him from the community and stuff. So yeah, that really pissed me off. So I started commenting, and then I got a temporary suspension because I got really angry at that because I mean I don't care about drama because you had you had a heavy disagreement with what they were doing and stuff. I feel like that's just going way too far.
Yeah.
And that's that's community policing, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, really. It's not a comics.
I mean, unless someone's being threatened. The thing is, unless someone's being threatened and legitimately harassed, as in you're committing a crime harassment, then it's like I just think that sort of policing is just over the top and authoritarian.
Should
Yeah.
show some common courtesy to your fellow
Yeah,
comic skaters, at least.
Before I got suspended, I was contemplating mentioning the fact that Mariasha apparently hangs out with mostly women instead of men and stuff.
I don't even know who you're talking about. You would care to elaborate a bit?
Mariasha is one of like Weaponized and Nerd Rage's group.
Yeah, I gotta balance all those guys.
Yeah.
She can. I know that she and I have actually talked a little bit.
Mariasha's a guy. It's not a she. Mariasha's a guy.
Wait,
Mariasha.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Mariana.
No, I'm talking Mariasha. Mariasha, where he's one of the weebs of our community.
Oh, I got confused. Sorry.
How do you
No, he's one of
this?
What?
M-A-R? Mary?
I think it's Maroyasha. Well, anyway, that's what I was saying was Mariasha is one of Weaponized Nerd Rage's group.
Yeah, he's in. Yeah, he and I. We've talked a few times before, but you know.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, so.
Yeah, no. What do we know?
What I'm just saying was, I just feel talking about shunning someone was going way too far and stuff. I mean, again, if no one's committing a crime, then there's literally no point, and you can just block them or ignore them and stuff, or just mute them and stuff.
It's just basically like, isn't it kind of just like someone says some stupid stuff and all that, and then
yeah, because people apparently in the Comicsgate community are getting uptight about the concept of pirating comics, because I think Yellow Flash mentioned something about pirating a book and stuff, and it's like, if it's a garbage book, I honestly don't care if I pirate something.
I may have pirated a few books in my time while I started getting into comics.
Well, yeah, I mean, everyone pirates something at one point or another, but basically some people think that it basically hurts comic book stores to pirate bad comic books, but it's like, if I'm not buying it, then that's still not a sale to a comic book store.
Yeah.
Because I just can find somewhere else to pirate it for real and stuff. To pirate it and just review it and stuff.
Who cares at the end of the day?
I mean, at the end of the day, if like you buy the bad comic book, then you're giving the company money, which is going to make them make more of the comic book. So
Mm-hmm.
It's just like you're either gonna know you can get it for free, but pay for it because you want to support the industry.
I mean,
or you don't give a shit and you're just not gonna pay for it.
Well, for me, it's like I buy the good stuff. Like I could have easily just bought like Superman number 1000 from my store, but from online. But I wanted to buy it from my local comic store because I have a subscription there, and I ended up having to wait like an extra week to get it because there was like a shipment issue, because apparently whoever handles the shipping to stores, at least in the Pacific Northwest, is doing a pretty shitty job.
Diamond, they do this all the time.
Yeah, so my thing came in because I think it seems like a lot of people in Comicsgate get their comic books through ordering online and not actual like through their stores.
Yeah, I don't bother with the LCSs anymore. I used to do a pull list, but pardon?
LCS, I didn't hear what that.
LCS, local comic shop.
Oh, okay. Not local crap store.
They screwed up my pull so many times. I just got kind of fed up with it. It's like
fake comic geek man.
They were supposed to order me White Knight, and then they didn't put the second one in my pull list, and then they couldn't order one because it was sold out. So I had to go online and spend like $20. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna just not deal with you guys anymore. Sorry.
Yeah.
You have one fucking job. Put the comic in the box.
Oh, yeah. What?
So now I got a guy that does delivery, and it's 25% off. So I'm just laughing.
Well, yeah, but like I said, I just like the idea of supporting a local comic book shop because when I lived in Connecticut, there's like I think there's only like one shop in the entire state. I mean, they had a Newberry Comics at the mall, but that's like, yeah, it's not a legit comic book store. That's basically like, like a geek shop basically that happen to have comic books. Because like they have mostly
like
DVD. Yeah, they have mostly DVDs, which includes porn because you can actually buy porn at Newberry Comics, and they also have CDs. So basically, their main selling point is CDs and DVDs as well as porn.
Yeah, my shop has a lot of board games and what the hell is that? Warhammer stuff. I think it's like
every
sort of tabletop thing. And
every comic store. Every comic store has to have tabletop. Otherwise, basically, they aren't going to survive. Like, tabletop and Magic is the sole reason why these stores are still existing. Like, even the oldest comic book shop in Seattle, like, the oldest comic book store is in Seattle. Like, it's the oldest one out of all of them. And it has a huge amount of games, like, such as, like, D&D, board games, and all that stuff.
My dog is driving me nuts.
They also sell scripts. They, like, sell movie scripts as well. So people can collect them. Like they have Superman. They collect the movie script and put it in like a folder and stuff, and then they sell it. Like they have Superman Lives.
It's like a full copy of the script.
Yeah, it's a printed copy of the script.
Huh, never even heard of that.
Yeah, you can get printed copies of scripts.
Oh, I would imagine.
So you can read it, kind of.
If somebody wrote it, you could probably get it, but. Never heard of
well, if you want to write movie scripts, it's probably good to read them because that's a good tip on how to write movies.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, like they have a what?
Oh, did you read the Swamp Thing annual? It had a script in it. It was pretty cool.
Nah, did not. But see, this store also has movie scripts of movies that weren't released. Like Superman Lives has a movie script in it. You can buy it there, and they also have Superman Flyby.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that's the one with Nicolas Cage?
Yeah, Superman Lives is one with Nicolas Cage that was apparently so bad. It was like terrible. It never got made because it was just so bad. And, it's the one with the polar bears, where it's like, Superman has to have guards and like that. I think John Peters, the producer, basically says, why not have polar bears as his guards?
Ridiculous.
I know, it's insane. And apparently he just says that, Brainiac, who's the villain, had to sound like a gay R2-D2 in his own words. And he was going to be voiced by Chris Rock, yeah.
It was a different time.
It was the 90s.
God, we got those not Tim Burton. Were those the Tim Burton ones? No, the Tim Burton Batmans were good. It was the Joe Schumacher ones that were horrible.
Yeah, but let's put it this way. Basically, there were 3 requirements for Superman Lives. Number 1, Superman couldn't couldn't fly because it was unrealistic. He had to wear black, and number 3, he had to fight a giant spider.
Oh, was that the Tim Burton Superman or?
Was it? I think Tim Burton was attached eventually, but I think he left then. Because I know Kevin Smith was the writer for the movie, and John Peters, the producer, had all these really crazy demands that he wanted him to do. That it was just like a terrible script. Yeah, but then there's Superman Flyby, which was the canceled J.J. Abrams Superman film, which apparently they said if you thought Man of Steel Superman was sad or depressing, like. Flyby Superman was straight up emo, apparently.
Yeah, I actually heard that. I think there was a rumor going around like October last year that they were gonna do an animated movie of Superman Lives, but I don't think they're really gonna be doing that. I don't know.
Okay, that's crazy. But we're getting a Superman Death of Superman animated movie, which is basically more accurate compared to Superman Doomsday, which is taking pieces of it.
I've seen this thing. It's called like DC Universe, I think, on Twitter. Yeah, DC. Is it DC Universe?
DC Universe. Oh, is it like?
Yeah. They got a bunch of TV series. They got Titans that looks horrible.
Wait, you're talking about the Twitter? Like what? What?
Just at the DC Universe.
At the D. Okay,
you can post it in.
I found it. I followed it. I'm gonna follow.
Yeah,
it.
they got a Swamp Thing posted up though. Looks pretty cool. I don't know. Only on DC Universe. I think it's like digital only. I have no idea, to be honest.
I have no idea.
Seen this pop up on my Twitter the other day. I was like, "Fucking, what the hell is this?" Got Harley Quinn.
Yeah, I don't know what it means. Maybe it's something. I'm not sure, but well, they have Young Justice. There's like a Young Justice picture.
Yeah.
It's interesting. So season 3 is called Outsiders. That's cool because there's a superhero team called the Outsiders. Actually,
okay, so they're definitely bringing these back animated, I guess. So the Titans is probably animated.
I think that's the live action one. That might just be a live action one though, because I mean,
I think all these are just animated. I don't know. I'm just speculating.
Okay, so it's a Swamp Thing TV series in the work for DC digital platform with James Wan attached. So James Wan is doing it, which that must be really good because he's a really good director with that stuff.
Does he do anime or?
He did The Conjuring, so he does live action stuff. So this might be live action.
See that being expensive?
Maybe. I mean, it sounds like it's gonna be for a streaming service though.
Yeah, look at that. Conjuring Furious 7.
Yeah.
Saw, the original Saw writer.
That's good. That's good, yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah. But I guess they're doing DC news for the other platforms. Yeah, but yeah. So the thing is that so basically, most comic book stores have to sell more than just comic books compared to when they used to. Otherwise, they would all die out.
Oh, the profit margin is actually
profit
pretty good on comics, but you'd have to sell so many.
Well, again, not to mention you have to think of how expensive it is to open up shop, especially in cities that have all these rabid socialists that want to tax things into oblivion.
Yeah, tell me about it.
It's like here in Seattle, like the taxes are so high that basically, it costs people an arm and a leg to basically, open up shop and stay in business. And then you have to order all of these comics, I mean, like it used to be cheaper, but because of Diamond's takeover, it's like you have to buy you have to buy an entire bundle or like I forgot how it works now.
I'm entirely sure.
What do you know, Ricardo?
I don't know. You can place orders. It'd just be like, I want 5 of these, 6 of those, 10 of those, and they just ship them to you. As far as I know. Somebody like PMI would be a better guy to ask.
Well, yeah, no spoilers, but they did good with Thanos in Infinity War.
Yeah, you know what? I haven't heard any complaints, which is always a good sign.
Well, to me, it seems like they turned him into a DC villain more than a Marvel villain.
I heard he was kind of underpowered. Compared to just being able to fucking squash Cap's head with a little clap.
He was still pretty strong. Like he definitely wasn't a slouch, but I mean, again, I guess I have to reread the comics he's in, but yeah, he was still pretty strong. But like I said, he feels more like a DC villain than a Marvel villain, especially when you compare him to from the actual comic book that this movie's inspired from. It's too bad you didn't watch the film because you don't want spoilers, because then I could talk so much more.
Yeah, maybe fuck it.
What?
I don't know. It's gonna be hard for me to get out to see it by next week. I was thinking hopefully I can see it by next week, but I don't.
Just go out today. To be honest. Just go out today.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, if you're doing anything else, just tell it to piss off and go see the movie.
Got lots of shit to do, unfortunately.
Nah, it doesn't matter. Well, it can't be more important than seeing a movie. Like, name one thing that's more important than seeing a movie, Ricardo.
Oh no, got spring cleaning to do.
Well, are you being inspected?
No, I got all the windows and doors open today. I gotta deal with the snakes. Fucking.
The snakes?
Yeah.
What snakes?
I have a bunch of snakes.
What, they get in your house?
No, I own snakes.
Oh, you own snakes.
What?
You own snakes?
I have pets. I have pet snakes, I guess. You could call them pets.
Oh, you haven't shown them. We've only seen your dog.
Really? I post videos of it every now and then.
Oh, okay, I didn't notice.
There's one on my Twitter. If you feel adventurous, you can go track it down.
Okay. So they haven't eaten your dog yet, right?
No, they're obviously all in terrariums, aquariums, all that kind of stuff.
Oh, what type of snakes are they?
Boa, python, king, and some other thing.
Wait,
snake?
You have a king cobra? Cobra?
It's no. What did I say? Python.
Python, boa, king.
Boa, yeah, and some other thing.
So a king what?
Oh, it's king snake.
Oh, so
it's just called the king snake.
So you feel safe having your dog in your house and not where he's going to get eaten?
Should be all right.
Okay, don't let them out because they will eat your dog without a second thought.
I don't think they're big enough, bro. They're fucking pet store snakes.
Okay. So is a king snake, don't they bite? Like they use venom?
No, they're pet store snakes, man. They don't have venom or anything.
Okay.
They're all pretty harmless.
Okay.
Let me see here. I guess I can pull up something.
Pull up what?
Pull up the video, do a screen share. Where?
Oh, let's see. Yeah, so I was quickly looking up king snakes because I can't remember. There was one snake that looks exactly like it that is deadly, but it's different complexion.
Great banded king snake is what it's called. I got videos on here. There we go. Can I stream this window?
Tarantulas kill your snakes.
Oh, looks like it's working.
Oh, what? Oh, yeah. So those are your snakes. Cool. Can I have one?
If I could send you one, I'd send you two.
Oh, you don't want them?
Nah, I don't want them. They're expensive, though.
Yeah. Wow, that's a big snake.
Yeah, it's way too big.
Yeah, so please be careful. We don't want you to get constricted to death.
Yeah, I don't think they'd have enough strength to even do that.
The boas are pretty strong. Like, I don't think they have to be that big to wrap around your neck and strangle you.
I don't think they would if they weren't going to eat you, though. I don't think they'd do it as some sort of just like fucking psychotic defensive mechanism. Like they'd only strangle you if they're gonna eat you. I'm pretty sure that's how that would work.
Yeah. Oh, I think the coral snake's the venomous one, right? Because the king snake is venom. It doesn't have venom, but the coral snake is the one that's deadly. Isn't that right? Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah. So yeah, because the coral snake and king snake look almost exactly alike. It's just the pattern is slightly different.
Well, there's all types of like a king snake is like it's like a pit bull, right? And then there's different types of pit bulls.
Well, it's like that. So I think there's a term like red and black, venom black, red and yellow, bite a fellow, basically. That's one of the, it's like there's a rhyme to it basically to tell you what.
It's called a gray banded.
A what?
My king snake is a gray banded king snake.
Okay, but there's also the typical king snake, which is essentially like red and black. Then there's the coral snake, which is red and yellow, and that's a very poisonous one. It's like super poisonous. Yeah. So, anything interesting happened this week?
I've been binging Patty Politics lately. I even saw the stream between her and Destiny, where Destiny called her an Uncle Tom on Twitter, and I saw.
What was Destiny doing?
So Patty Politics basically, I guess like Destiny was kind of virtue signaling about how PewDiePie was, using the N-word, and Patty basically came in and retweeted him, telling Destiny that he also used the N-word one time, and then he called her an Uncle Tom because she's black, and
Yeah, normally, I think whites don't get to use the word Uncle Tom technically.
Did you watch the Young Turks video? They use that word all the time.
Oh, wow.
Check it out. It's pretty hilarious. Probably just Google search Young Turks Uncle Tom.
Yeah.
But at the debate was actually kind of it was kind of one of the better, I guess, like debates that I've seen from both sides. It's just that Destiny, I think, was kind of just playing dumb because he kept trying to say that that Uncle Tom isn't really meant to be like that Uncle Tom isn't as bad as saying the N-word, but it's still a derogative toward black people, though. I mean,
Uncle Tom is Uncle Tom. Well, the insult itself is really stupid because the actual Uncle Tom, which is the name of a character from the stories, basically Uncle Tom's Fables or Uncle Tom's Cabin. Sorry, and Uncle Tom's Cabin was basically like the first book to basically highlight the horrors of slavery in America. Like it literally kind of showed, opened up a window to just how bad American slavery was.
Yeah.
So, the character basically is not someone who loves being a slave. He is basically, he doesn't like being a slave.
Yeah.
So basically, since the insult itself is just plain retarded, basically. It's just people who have no idea of their history and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The same thing with coon. Like coon is another insult to basically say like a black person who isn't black enough or likes white people essentially. And the word used to be like a racial insult that whites against blacks.
Excuse me.
No problem. I just kind of think that's kind of like that's kind of I did actually see a video from Patty where she did actually fill me in on the actual meaning of what an Uncle Tom is, and or at least like the origin of it, the book and all that. I just kind of find it funny though that Destiny is like not from his words, he's really pro Black Lives Matter, and yet he uses this word against other people who,
I don't. Yeah, I don't watch anything with Destiny just because I just don't waste my time, because again, the guy is so far down the it's like I don't. It's the same thing. I don't like watching anything that involves Kevin Logan, just because like both of them are so far down this political drain and stuff that it's just they aren't offering anything of substance. They're just going to double down and use the typical insults.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, he got exposed by Sargon stuff over the whole JonTron drama.
Yeah, I've been meaning to see the JonTron stream with Destiny, because I keep hearing that JonTron.
There's already a stream. You're talking about the one that was already made, or something that's coming out?
Yeah, the JonTron stream from a while ago, where he's
the one that basically Destiny called him like a Nazi or something. Like,
well,
you have to label the Nazi.
Personally, I've heard that JonTron had the statement where wealthy blacks commit more crime than poor whites, that sort of thing.
I don't remember that part. The one that really stuck out was the fact that he took the side that Sweden is being fucked over by multiculturalism, and Destiny, being the idiot that he is, said that there's nothing going on in Sweden or something like that, which is pure retardation. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I just choose not to watch any videos of his, because we can debate on whether or not you think what the cause of Sweden's issues are, but Sweden definitely has issues. There's literally no denying that there's something wrong with Sweden.
Yeah.
So yeah, just to say that there's nothing wrong with Sweden was just pure idiocy right there.
Oh yeah. And as for Kevin Logan, I actually just saw a documentary on Christy Winters, or Fisty Splinters, just talking about how she ended up going down the rabbit hole that she used to be really atheist, and how she was gonna use a feminist lens to.
Okay, the thing, Christy Winters basically is she basically stalks Sargon, basically, because if you look at, it's like Switchpoint brought this up, where it's if you look at her videos, most of the titles will be Sargon, 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 Bering, 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 Sargon, Sargon. It's she's literally obsessed with Sargon and Bering. She makes it sound like she doesn't care about them, but she literally gets, obviously gets really offended by Sargon and Bering and stuff. Because that shows that she has a thin skin. It's in Kevin Logan basically is essentially a white knight who essentially, what was it? You guys familiar with the whole Laughing Witch saga with Thunderfoot, where that woman tried to get him fired from his job at the college he works?
I haven't.
Nope.
But you guys know who Thunderfoot is, right?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, this was back before he kind of lost his mind and decided that he hated Sargon and was against anyone who supported Brexit and stuff. But so basically what happened was there was this woman named Laughing Witch who got super offended by his anti-feminist videos, where he was criticizing feminism and atheism and stuff. So she basically began a letter writing campaign by several other anti-Thunderfoot people to have him get fired from his job at college, because he teaches science at a college, or he's part of their research facility. So basically after that, it backfired, and she basically published her own name. When she was giving out the letter. What is that noise?
Oh, it's just me.
What are you doing?
Nothing. I was just checking my food.
Okay, you've dropped something, or something's whacked, making noise.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I stopped.
Okay. But anyway, so she wrote the letter and then recorded herself showing the letter to her viewers, which shows her name. So she basically doxed herself, essentially. So people found looked into it, found her job, and began posting comments about the stuff that she was doing, and like, you know, how, and apparently she was like ripping off customers or something like that, because she apparently is part of a job that has a like, is kind of like a nonprofit or some small business or something like that. Yeah. So people did that. So then she goes to the news saying that she was harassed by him and stuff, and that his followers were attacking her. It's like, not really. People just commented on her job saying what she was doing online.
Oh, she got criticism on the internet. It's an attack.
Yeah. And the funny thing is she doxed herself, basically. She literally showed like an email with her name in it to like show that she was going to contact, you know, his employer and stuff. She literally the thing is, she literally points to her name. She literally says, "That's my name right there." She literally does that in the video and stuff. Yeah. And then so she leaves. So after all this drama, she quits her YouTube account and stuff. And then Kevin Logan basically gets all angry and stuff, saying like, you know, "Thanks a lot, guys. Another woman leaves YouTube." And me and other people are like, she tried to get someone fired from their job, and she doxed herself and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know Kevin Logan's such like it's just such he has no ethics whatsoever. It's like literally, basically to him, it's like it doesn't matter how much of a shitty person a woman on YouTube is, as long as she believes in like feminism or something, he's okay with it.
I don't even know how you talk about Kevin Logan.
Yeah, he's like that British guy who has a beef with like Sargon, and he also like hates like, or at least used to hate Thunderfoot, but I'm not sure if they even are contact each other anymore.
I know that let me see, Kevin Logan, he did a mirrored video from another channel that basically reacted to Shiwan Head's pink text video. I didn't really get a lot out of it other than like I saw the full video. I didn't really get anything out of it other than the whole tampons are taxed or something like that. Like, and that's, you know, a sign of
the pink tax. The pink tax is bullshit. It's basically the fact that female products cost more than male products. That's essentially what the pink
buy
tax
good
is.
Shampoo. You can get the same crappy shampoo that everybody else.
Yeah, basically women don't want to buy male products that are either normal or, you know, male products, which they still could do. They want their products to be cheaper, but their products are
vitamin E and all that crap in their shampoo, right?
No, I mean, well, no. They just don't understand that their products are specially made, which makes it more expensive.
You ever look at a bottle of shampoo like in the fucking beauty aisle at the grocery store?
Yeah,
it has like way too many ingredients. I just use like whatever.
Oh yeah, I have one more question, Ricardo. So with Proton Mail, there's an app on for Google phones. Is it still good to do that, or is that like a risk to getting, you know?
Well, your mail's encrypted on the server. If you like have to reset your Proton Mail password, you lose everything in your email. Everything's encrypted against your password. That's the whole thing with the security. Nobody can read your mail.
Oh, so if someone steals my password, it'll get deleted.
Sorry?
You said if someone steals my password, it would get deleted?
No, I said if you forget your password.
Oh,
like if you forget your password and reset your password, all your previous emails are encrypted using the password you forgot, so you're SOL.
Okay.
So like,
yeah.
It's all that's what the security is all about.
Okay, I was just wondering because, you know, given like all these like data leaks by Google and all these other companies, I was just wondering if I could still download the Google app for Proton Mail and it would be safe.
Yeah, Google has nothing to do with the Proton Mail app. It's just hosted on Google Play. It's developed by Proton Mail. I use it.
Okay, I know that. I just wasn't sure if that's kind of like, you know, still opening yourself up to Google data mining or something. Yeah.
Well, they're gonna know you downloaded the app. Other than that,
I know that. It's just, you know, again, like, you know, everyone's surprised about Facebook, but like these companies have been data mining and are probably have been selling people's data to others for years.
Oh yeah, you got it.
But everyone's acting all shocked and stuff, and it's like, no, Mark Zuckerberg knew that what they were doing. He's, there's no playing innocent.
Well, duh. What do you think? All these stupid games ask you for like, I don't know, what was that one? Farmville. It needs like 500 permissions. It's like, did you not realize it was doing stuff with your info?
Social media is the new intelligence agency because like the FBI and CIA are watching you.
Just don't call people fag on Twitter and you're fine.
What do you mean?
What do I mean?
What are you talking about?
Isn't that exactly what you did and you got banned off Twitter?
Well, I don't talk about me. I'm just talking about how the FBI is monitoring your social media.
So they could probably monitor your phone calls if they wanted to.
I know, and people are acting like, again, it's like people are acting like this whole privacy agreement is legit and stuff.
I don't know. Let's see.
Because every social
like
media site says they have privacy. Yeah.
It's not like they're actually going to my. They could just go to my fucking Twitter feed anyways. Like,
again, like it's like that whole what was it, Project Veritas or whatever, where it's like they got busted. Twitter got busted for actually, going through personal DMs and stuff. If that's what I remember. Because it was also had to do with like it was showing that Twitter does not really respect like the privacy agreement. Because you guys heard about that Project Veritas?
Yeah.
Well, not really me, but
they got some good videos. They exposed the Twitter blacklist thing.
Yeah, so apparently it also involved China, foreign governments such like China would ban or blacklist things at their whims. Yeah, but again, like I said, it's not surprising that this all stuff is happening. And I think people are just willfully ignorant of all this stuff. Yeah, I saw this video where this guy it's called the Millennial Question, where this guy goes into like this whole thing about what's wrong with millennials and stuff. And the video's good. It's just the conclusion I disagree with, where he says that the problem is mainly the corporate environment as to why like millennials are so depressed and are having most of their issues. And I disagree with that. I think the main problem is literally, modern parenting, safe spaces, modern education, all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
Fucking all the Marxism and nihilism.
I know. And this guy basically, I guess this guy was trying to make an explanation and do it and appease the anti, corporate crowd. But I mean, one of the main parts I think he definitely got right was the idea of not having meaning in your life. Because when you look at it, the problem with millennials is millennials, like a lot of them don't seem to really, they care about pleasure, but they don't really care about meaning in their life, which is why you're depressed. It's like money can't buy you happiness, which is why this idea of giving people more money with wages isn't going to solve the depression problem. Because money, even with money, you can still be depressed because there are people who've won the lottery who still feel like they're depressed.
It has to do with meaning. What are you doing? You just fucking wandering around aimlessly.
That's what. Yeah. So money can't solve.
So like people don't want to get married and have kids.
Yeah.
Because there's a billion reasons why you wouldn't.
Whatever reason, but like if your life doesn't have meaning,
then without that, then people are just nobody believes in fucking religion anymore. So
a lot of people believe, but we're talking. Well, when it comes to millennials, there's a nice population of them that doesn't. But the thing is that when your life doesn't have meaning, regardless of what resources you have, you're going to have depression issues. It mainly has to do with nihilism. Like the millennials have a serious nihilism issue where they just don't think anything really matters. It's all. I mean, it's one of the reasons why so many millennials are overdosing on drugs. Like, it's like, take for example, back in like the '60s, you had plenty of people who took drugs, like the Beatles and all these famous musicians, but they were able to also come out of it and stuff, you know. Whereas millennials, a lot of them are taking drugs and they're just not coming back and stuff.
Opioids are completely different than what the Beatles were taking.
People still in the East took cocaine. They still came back.
Cocaine isn't anything like doing opioids.
What is this you're talking about?
Doing heroin, like all that opioid addiction that's killing people.
Yeah.
It's completely different than snorting cocaine
or LSD.
Dropping acid or LSD or anything like that. Opioids.
Man, why do people do heroin? Why don't they just go get cocaine and LSD then?
It's a different buzz. It's just completely different.
Well, heroin turns your brain into cheese.
I don't know. People smoke meth and their teeth fall out.
Well, yes, meth is really
I don't know, bro. I don't know what to say.
All I know is heroin.
You're already making a bad decision.
Well, anyway, heroin and meth do not doesn't help you make good music.
No.
It's too bad. I mean, I don't take drugs, but it's like it'd be kind of interesting if because apparently Stephen King took cocaine while writing some of his books. Like it apparently is one of his cocaine books.
Yeah, I hear that. I hear from a friend that that Stephen King's books were the best King books came out when he was doing drugs.
Was he doing drugs in Dark Tower? Because Dark Tower is his best series.
Cocaine doesn't make you.
Or no, not drugs.
Cocaine makes you focus. Well, cocaine kind of makes you focus.
Man, it's just like it's just an upper, right? It's just like
it makes you focus. Cocaine makes you focus.
Drink a dozen pots of coffee or something. It's just a caffeine hit.
Well, like thing is, if you have that whole rush and you're focused on something, you're going to basically, have your brain working high, at a high pace, so you you'll write more and stuff.
People on what do they take now? Adderall, I think. That's the.
Okay, we should. Yeah, Florence, you and I should take acid and stuff and make comic books. See what we make and stuff. It'll probably be some weird shit and stuff.
Could go one of two ways, I guess.
But like cocaine is like cocaine is like the opposite of weed, because weed like slows everything down, kind of, where everything's like chill, whereas cocaine makes you all hyper and stuff. Like you took a whole amount of caffeine.
All right. My food is ready.
Yeah, what's your point?
Pardon?
Wait, well, your food's ready. What were you trying to say?
Saying I'm gonna go eat, man.
You aren't taking off, are you?
Yeah.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I got stuff to do tonight.
Screw your stuff.
Around all day.
Yeah, screw your stuff.
Yeah, well, screw you guys.
Well, I thought friends were more important than stuff.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
I thought we were your best buddies.
I don't know. Maybe we could start switching these a little later in the summer.
Oh, you said you're gonna. Well, again, my schedule is going to be like different after like I move and stuff. So we'll have to see, because it'll depend. Because I'll be moving, then switching positions at work. Which, if they work me later, I like them have to request like basically the only consistent day I would have off would be probably Wednesday, because that's D&D night. Yeah.
So
we'll have to see.
Next Saturday you're gonna be D&D.
No. This is like when I move in June, like in late June, my schedule changes, and like D&D is on Wednesdays, but because I have early work, I don't have to request Wednesdays off. But if I get later work when I move and switch positions, I will have to request Wednesdays off. So I might move this to Wednesdays potentially, or whenever I can get the chance to. Or
okay.
I don't know. We'll play it by ear. I'll while you're on chat now. So
there might be a hiatus. What I'm saying is there might be a hiatus for a few weeks or something where I start moving.
It's all good, man. Summertime, anyways. All right, guys. Have a good night.
Yeah, see ya.
Yeah.
Yeah, because now that like Captain Cummings is back, I also like I might do these less. It depends like when Captain Cummings schedules them once a month.
Yeah.
So there might either be weeks where we don't have one, or just or we could have one. It depends. Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever works for me. Well, this I actually for D&D, I used to actually do them like every Friday at 6, but I guess the DM is kind of he's kind of a little bit busy. Same with the co-DM, so now we're probably going to be
Well, you go to a game store. Those game stores should run official Avengers League DMing, like games where like it's like the official play.
I'd have to check that out, but
yeah, you do D&D with friends.
I oh no, this is on Roll20.
Oh, online.
Yeah.
Okay, because if you have a game store, they should do D&D on Wednesday nights, because Wednesday is the universal D&D night for like official play.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess Fridays I'm already probably going to be free, and so if we ever like schedule anything on Friday, I'll let you know about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, once I move, depending on, because like I might be in like my fiance's parents' house, and her mom is like an SJW, so I don't know. Talking about all this politically incorrect stuff could like piss her off. Like if she hears what I'm talking about, like her mom, and well, I'm not sure about. I mean, her husband is kind of also, I guess, not like as much as an angry SJW as her. She's like the angry one, and her brother's also like my fiance's brother is also an SJW too. Yeah. So.
Yeah, you'd probably have to do the streams whenever they're like not home, kind of like masturbating a little bit.
Yeah, or you have to do it, or I'd have to like do it somewhere like that doesn't do much sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I hope you get to, find time to do it, or hopefully they I'm kind of hoping that, with them, they won't be like too bad. They'll probably just like leave you alone, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so since Ricardo's gone, we don't have to worry about spoilers anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Ricardo, if you watch this again, you have to cut the stream off, write down stuff, and not because there's spoilers. So spoiler warnings to whoever is watching this and stuff. This is for like Avengers Infinity War, so if you haven't seen it, then you don't want to be spoiled, then you have to stop watching now and go see it. But yeah, so the one problem with the movie is because so many people die, they're all just going to come back next movie, so that kind of ruins the film a bit. Like there's no weight, because it's going to come back. It's like a DBZ episode where it's like, oh, a character dies, they're going to be wished back to life. So, not too sad and stuff.
Not unless they actually permadeath some of them.
They're not going to you can't permadeath Black Panther and Spider. It's not going to happen. That's the thing is, they can permadeath a couple of them, but again, it's like the weight is still not as high. The stakes are still not as big.
Yeah, but I was kind of thinking maybe like, they'll probably permadeath some of like the smaller characters, or maybe like, maybe. I'm not sure about like Drax or anything, because I think he was one of them, but like.
Yeah, I don't think they will. Because like, no one just seems to die in Marvel. So again, I just feel like the stakes for the film are ruined, because they're not going to let them all die, because there's movies for them in the future.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of already know that Spider-Man is going to come back, but watching that death with him, it actually was kind of that was actually well acted from Tom Holland.
Oh, I thought you didn't see the movie.
Well, I only saw the deaths. I haven't seen the movie.
How did you see the deaths?
YouTube.
Someone pirated?
Not pirate, but just showed like the clips taken from the theater.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not sure Spider-Man would have died like that. I mean, I don't know. It just seems like him being scared of, I don't know. Just him being scared of dying did seem a little odd. You know, you're a superhero getting in all these dangerous situations and you're scared of dying.
I'm not sure if it's like so much dying so much as it's like your entire body is gonna obliterate into nothingness, basically.
Yeah, I don't know. But I don't know. It's weird, but that's just my point is that it's just, I don't know. I just feel like because of that the fact that that's going to happen, the stakes just kind of have been ruined. Because it's like, when they come back, it's like, okay, their death was basically meaningless. It's like, you know, it's one of the things I liked about Naruto was that Naruto, when a character died, with the couple exceptions, like one instance, they remained dead. I mean, sure, there was like the Edo Tensei, which resurrects people in like the final war arc of Naruto. But once that's gone, everyone goes back to being dead, you know? It's like they're only alive temporarily before they die again.
Yeah. Well, not
so
unless
it's like that, yeah.
Not unless in the next movie they're probably going to permadeath Iron Man or Captain America.
They could, but again, it's like Disney's into making money, and you permadeath them, they're not going to be as big of a cash cow because people like Tony Stark, Iron Man, they don't want some other guy who isn't Iron Man, you know?
Not unless they get like a replacement for Iron Man, but I mean, I don't think
Yeah,
would be
no,
it,
it's not gonna. It will not do as much money. Like it just won't because number one, that person isn't the person logically can't be a carbon copy, and it's not going to be Robert Downey Jr. It's like it's pretty much going to go downhill from there and not going to make as much money.
I mean, I was kind of thinking of like Rhodey or, you know, like unless they were.
Yeah, but it's still not the same character, so people are not going to tune into that. That's the thing.
Yeah, or I think that let me see. Oh yeah, I was actually gonna say that it's kind of I don't know. I kind of feel a little bit bad for Rocket Raccoon, where he witnessed like Yondu's death, and now like I know that the Guardians are gonna come back, but in the next movie, but like in this movie, he witnessed all of the other Guardians of the Galaxy die, so it's kind of like he's the only one there.
Wait, Rock, you're talking about. Well, he didn't see them on two different planets.
Rocket Raccoon
was on Earth. The other Guardians were on Titan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just kind of wondering how he would react to that in the next movie, or I don't know. But
well, he doesn't know that they're dead yet. But the thing is that what was it? Because Doctor Strange died, and like I don't know. It's just like again, so that to me just kind of spoils the instance of stakes for the film, and also like they turned Thanos basically into a DC villain because in the comic book he kills half the universe just so he can get with Death. I mean, that's why he did it and stuff. His infatuation with Death basically drove him to kill half the universe so she could like love him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's basically the reason why. But in this, it's essentially he wants to bring balance to the universe. So basically, he's a universal scale Ra's al Ghul, basically, because him and Ra's al Ghul almost have the exactly similar goals, where it's about killing off most of humanity to bring back balance in nature.
Yeah.
So yeah, this Thanos is very different from the actual Thanos, that in like the original Infinity Gem saga.
Yeah.
So yeah, so to me this feels like a DC villain. I guess Marvel realized that a lot of their villains kind of suck, like at least in the movies. So they decided to take a bit out of DC's book. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's good as a villain though. Yeah. So, but it is definitely very different from the Thanos people are used to.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and then you saw the Captain Marvel post credits.
Yeah, I'm not going to see that film.
I mean, not unless it's like pretty good. Like
I'm still not
like
going to see it because it's literally just there to appease feminists, nothing more. I mean, the actress is already, the actress already is like crazy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah, also, I think I can already see that they're using it to basically like, I don't know, it's like, oh, a woman saved everyone or something like that. It's like,
yeah. Well, I mean, I kind of hope that that's not going to be the case, but like that kind of thing that you said. But yeah, like I kind of hope she doesn't become like really overpowered to the point where she alone can defeat Thanos.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even understand like how she could. It's just, I don't know. It's just, I just am not interested in seeing that film. No.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a weird thing to also add because it's like, what does she add to the table? Really? I mean, I don't. Yeah. Oh. Oh, looks like Florence dropped out. You there? Okay, that is very odd. It looks like the stream cut out. Huh. That is weird. I wonder if he'll be back. Well, we can talk for a bit. But yeah, it's just like, it's a good Infinity War is a good film. I mean, I think it's really entertaining and good. The problem mainly is that just knowing that all of the characters, or at least most of them, are going to come back to life just doesn't really give their death that much meaning. So to me, it's like watching an episode of Dragon Ball Z. And he's back and left again. Okay. This is very odd. Are you there?
Oh yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah, the stream cut out. Sorry.
Oh, your internet disappeared?
Yeah.
For some reason, leaving and coming back. Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason, there was like an error on it. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's just like, I just feel like, since so many characters are going to come back to life, it's just, it's just, I don't know. That just kind of, I don't know. That just, for me, kind of like, makes the film not as enjoyable as it could have been if, like, say, the characters had stayed dead.
Yeah. I mean, aside from Infinity War and Captain Marvel, I think that Ant-Man and Wasp, I heard that they were going to make Ant-Man and Wasp into a superhero romantic comedy, and I was kind of expecting the worst, but like the trailer looks pretty cool, I think.
Yeah, I'm not really interested in seeing that either, just because, I don't know, I don't really watch so many Marvel films.
Yeah. I was kind of expecting them, if they were going to say it was a romantic comedy, I would be expecting something along the lines of like My Super Ex-Girlfriend or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it was an all right movie, but I'm not really into like a lot of rom-coms, but yeah.
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 I don't watch any romantic comedies. It's too cheesy. It's like there's just so many of them that it just doesn't seem interesting anymore.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Venom looks really, really good though. I'm gonna probably go and see that.
It doesn't really look close to the comic book trilogy, just because, like, it's basically not the same origin story. It's like a completely different origin story.
Yeah, I can see why, because it's like, they can't really use the symbiote for Spider-Man at this point, because it's like they just introduced him. So I mean, personally, I don't really mind it, but
Well, I
like,
don't think it's even set in the same universe as like the Avengers. I don't think so. Yeah, I think it's like its own universe. Yeah, without Spider-Man.
Like, to be honest, it kind of looks like it's set in the what's it called, the 2000s, where it's kind of like Anne Wang, I think. Is that her name? The Venom's girlfriend, or no, not Venom, Eddie Brock's girlfriend.
I don't remember.
She's the one with the blonde hair, the Michelle Williams.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with the character, but so you're saying like you're talking about in terms of the comic books that the movie might be based off of?
No, I was actually saying that it kind of gives me a little bit of a 2000s movie kind of thing. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the Bourne Identity, the Venom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like in the comic books, he told a lie, then lost his job because of Peter Parker, which is why he hates him and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas in this, it's like, oh, he gets the symbiote from a research lab, and then he has to like use it to like fight bad guys and stuff. It's like, and like he has to like not let the symbiote take control.
I don't know. I think that actually, because in this day and age, it's like, in this day and age, I think it'd be
he's more of an anti-hero. Like, they make him more of an anti-hero. Like, he's not really, like, they get rid of, like, it's like basically his backstory is completely different from the original story.
Yeah, I feel like if they actually took the original story and like put it in this day and age, I don't think it would be like that bad if it were like, because how a lot of journalists nowadays just kind of make really shitty articles, like Wall Street Journal with PewDiePie. It wouldn't be like that bad. It would actually be interesting if like that happened with Eddie Brock trying to say stuff about Spider-Man.
Well, that's what Spider-Man 3 did. So again, they actually did do his proper origin story in Spider-Man 3. It's just like it was a very cluttered film.
The suit in Spider-Man 3 wasn't really that. I wanted him to be like bigger and buffer,
Yeah, I get that, but I'm just saying is that but this movie, it's like they kind of got rid of his origin. They threw out his origin story for something else.
Yeah. Yeah,
everyone's just nostalgic about the tongue because now it's a long tongue.
Oh yeah. I kind of wanted the eyes to be a little bit bigger because they kind of look a little bit small in here. And then there's also like the teeth. Like the teeth kind of remind me of Pennywise from the new It movie, where it's just like hundreds of them.
Well, he's supposed to have teeth, though, I think.
Yeah, I'm just kind of saying that it does kind of remind me of like Pennywise from the new It movie.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Because like in the original TV movie with Tim Curry and stuff, like his Pennywise was more deceptive, whereas in this new one, he looks like he's just pure creepy the entire time.
Oh yeah, especially like in the beginning when he's in the sewer talking to Georgie, like his entire face, his entire face is just like blacked out by shadow except for his eyes.
I know, so he looks. I know, so you can tell he looks bad and stuff. Whereas in that scene in the original film, he basically talks with him more. He tries to be his friend and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, personally, I like both for different reasons. I mean, Tim Curry, because he actually does look like a friendly. I mean, he looks friendly, but at the same time, it's kind of more like he kind of seems a little bit like a pervert, a little bit.
To me, it's just like the new one. Pennywise looks so obviously evil, whereas in the original, it's like there's something. It's weird, but it's like I don't know. Like he has that deceptive. Like he he like kind of deceives the kids. You know, he like looks more convincing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I saw some fan art that actually hold on. I saw some fan art where it was like they really, because how they described Pennywise in the book as being like kind of like a mix between McDonald's and Bobo the Clown. Yeah, I'm gonna show it right now. Hold on. Okay.
So like that fan art is like the is that so that's like what they like is originally supposed to look like, at least in terms of the book.
Well, no, it just kind of because they kind of remind it. It sort of was supposed to be like a mix between McDonald's and Bobo the Clown, and this kind of does look a little bit more like in the book, like I feel like with the movie and the Tim Curry one, I feel like they both were pretty good, but this one I think is what I kind of pictured in my mind a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the book is because the book implies that he's like the reason why the lost colony disappeared or something, yeah. And that like he's been on Earth since like time began or something like that.
Yeah, I think yeah.
Yeah, like he basically feeds off other people's fears, and like he goes away. Like, adults can see him, but mainly kids can only see him, or something like that. Or
yeah,
can adults see him? Yeah,
yeah.
But like, yeah, kids are like his main like what way of like interacting with the world or something. Like, is that how it works? Like he has to let kids see him before like adults can also like have interactions with them or something.
Yeah. That well, I think some adults can actually see him because I think in the book at one point, I think this was when the kids were adults, but I know that one of the adults went, or maybe it was a guy in his 20s who was with his boyfriend because there was like a gay couple and they were like getting harassed by these other guys by this bridge, and I think they accidentally like pushed the guy over the bridge and killed him, and one of them actually saw Pennywise actually eating the guy from under the bridge. This actually happened in like the beginning of the book, so
and this wait, so it was one of the gay guys or one of the tormentors that got pushed over a bridge?
I think it was one of the gay guys.
Oh, so they pushed him over the bridge, and what they expect him to fall in water or something?
I'm not sure. I think it's been a while since I read it, but yeah, it's kind of technically I think adults could see it. It's just that I don't think they really see it as like a scary thing as much as the kids do.
Okay. Yeah, that's just the thing. It's all well, I mean, I guess adults would have to be able to see him since if he killed the lost colony, like made them disappear, then that would make sense that that means adults would have to be able to see him, or at least he's able to interact with them in some way. But he like feeds off people's fear, right? Like that's where he gets his power.
Yeah. And there was actually a deleted scene from the new movie where I don't know if you've heard about it, but it was where Pennywise actually eats a baby.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's from the scene was supposed to take place like in the 1700s. Well, no, not the 1700s. I think it was the 1800s, like somewhere in that time where
was it with the lost colony? Because if it's the lost colony, that would have to be like one of the first settlers.
Oh no, I don't think it was the lost colony. It was more like there's this kind of like household in this in this village, and there's this woman living in this house with her husband and her children, and she's she's kind of like hiding from it because it chased her and her baby, and I assume that her baby is there, and she's just like praying, trying to make sure that it doesn't come after her, and it comes into the house and just basically is like, I want your baby. That I'm as I'm an ancient being, and well, Pennywise wasn't actually a clown at this point. He was actually a naked man who kind of just showed up at her door, and he was just basically like, uh, I'll leave you alone if you give me if you gave me my baby. And she's just like, just take me instead. And it is just basically like, okay, I'll take you, and then I'll take your husband, and then I'll take your children, and then I'll kill the entire village, or you can give me your baby. And she gives him her baby. He eats the baby while it's just like writhing and screaming in pain. And she kind of just looks at the fireplace, and she, like, I guess she kind of looks into the deadlights because she's just kind of there, just catatonic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it would have been pretty cool if that was like the opening or something, but I think hopefully they'll do that in the next movie. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, is there another movie? Because like, there's only one book.
Well, this one just focuses on the kids. The next movie's coming out next year.
Oh, so this one doesn't show the adults yet.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, but Bill Damro is actually going to be playing by James McAvoy, so that'll be cool.
Oh, who?
James McAvoy, the guy who played Professor X in the new X-Men movies.
Who's he going to be playing?
Bill Denbrough, the one whose brother was killed.
Oh, okay, the main character as an adult.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah. Oh, what?
I heard A Quiet Place is pretty good.
Yeah, I've been meaning to see that for I think I'll probably go and see that when it gets to the dollar movies, because I don't know if it's already too late to see it or not.
Okay.
Yeah. You've seen it?
No, I have not. I just heard it's really good.
Yeah. I did actually see the monster design. It actually looks pretty cool. I don't know if you want spoilers for that, but yeah.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, you don't have to spoil it.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. And then there's the Halloween 2018 movie coming out.
Oh, really? Like Halloween, like the horror series?
Oh yeah. Jamie Lee Curtis, they're gonna be making it with her again, but this time they're gonna basically have it where Halloween 2 didn't ever, like, it was just the Halloween movie, and then this Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah, where and then they actually talk about about Laurie Strode being Michael Myers' sister, where I think it's this one scene where these kids, I think this was leaked from the script, but they basically say that wasn't Laurie Strode Michael Myers' sister, and then another kid is just kind of like, no, that was just something people made up.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, Michael Myers no longer her brother.
Oh, okay. But this is still set in like the remake continuity, or is it like a different continuity?
It's a different continuity, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I never really followed Halloween because wasn't really a slash movie. I guess I was really interested. Like I always thought Nightmare on Elm Street, really.
Oh, what?
Nightmare on Elm Street. That's the only slash movie I've seen, basically. Like that series. Never followed any other series.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they've been meaning to do a lot with the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, but
Well, the remake was garbage, so yeah.
yeah, a lot of the people say that like the remake doesn't have Robert Englund in it. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah,
Well, yeah, the new guy isn't as evil, doesn't seem as evil, and they didn't make the character as pure evil because his origin story, he's supposed to be pure evil. He's not a victim of circumstance. He's supposed to be a child murderer, which they got rid of that part of his backstory for something else.
yeah. I feel like with the remake they were trying to do a lot with the character, but like there were some interesting ideas that they could have done with Freddy Krueger, like uh child molester, like that. I mean,
That was yeah, that was the remake idea. But in the original, he's a child murderer, like he murders children. He's not a molester, he murders them.
yeah, because in the original they actually did want to do where he was a child molester, but they got rid of it. So
Well,
just to
child
make him,
murder, well, child murder like makes him I guess to them would make him seem more pure evil and sadistic, which is why he's going after killing people in their dreams.
yeah,
But yeah, because also like Robert England is that like, it's Robert England, right?
yeah,
Yeah, so like I don't know, he plays the character so well, and like how he acts and plays like in like gets into character. It's it's kind of one of a kind. Whereas this new one seemed like he wasn't as mischievous,
yeah.
as like the original Freddy.
Yeah, I kind of think that it would have been better if it were more like a spiritual successor where we have like this new killer who goes after the kids because they falsely accused him of molesting them, and then he just becomes like the nightmare demon, like sort of like I mean, like kind
Well,
of like
people want to
the
see Freddy, so doing that wouldn't really work and stuff. Like it basically is they wanted. The problem is that Jason Voorhees, like, see, Jason Voorhees and Michael Myers all wear masks, and they don't speak. Whereas Freddy is actually a character in which he has a face, he has a personality and stuff. So that's harder to remake compared to those other films.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of they still kind of want to do some more movies with Nightmare on Elm Street, but I'm
Well, with a
not.
high budget, Nightmare on Elm Street could do some really crazy things. It's just they probably companies that probably won't want to invest a lot of money into a film that they think won't make the money back.
Yeah,
Which is too bad because yeah, like I said, Nightmare on Elm Street is definitely one of those movies that could benefit from a very high budget.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. I personally think it would have been really, really cool if we actually got to see like more of like the dream realms, I guess, because I would assume that maybe Freddy Krueger, since he kind of lives in the dreams, like maybe we could probably see like a world that he created for himself, just really nightmarish and just
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, that's kind of where he takes them basically when he in the original films when they like go into their dreams to fight him because he manipulates it.
yeah.
Yeah, it'd be kind of that's why I said like DC should like it'd be great if DC bought the rights so they could actually make him into like a villain in their comic books because he'd make a great comic book villain. That's the thing compared to
Oh
other
yeah.
slasher characters. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it would actually be kind of crazy if Freddy Krueger went up to like Freddy Krueger met the Sandman.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah,
the Sandman, like you mean Dream, like Morpheus?
yeah.
Yeah, Morpheus would probably still destroy him just because Morpheus is so much. It'd just be like interesting to see him like I don't know either go up against Batman or John Constantine, like just somewhat like one of the supernatural DC heroes where they have to like
Oh yeah,
so yeah,
yeah,
I don't know, it'd be pretty cool.
yeah. Let me see. Uh, I think that with I'm not really yeah, I'm kind of ran out of things to talk about, but Yeah. Oh wait, I actually did see Friday the 13th, the first one on Hulu just today, so that was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, well, it's not Jason Voorhees in the first one.
Yeah, his mom.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
no, he appears in the sequel, like in the sequels.
yeah. That's kind of why, like, in the 2009 movie, I kind of like. I'm not really sure whether to call it a remake because they don't really remake any of the
No, I think it's a
movies.
continuation. It's not a remake. I think it's still like, for all intents and purposes, it is still, like it's considered part of the series probably. But he somehow, well, he is alive at the end of Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's
Uh.
just back in his lake and stuff, and he just stayed there.
Oh yeah. And then he just kind of like goes to a lake house instead of a camp. I mean, the camp is kind of run down, but
Well, the
like
camp
the
is
whole
abandoned, I think, yeah, if I remember correctly. There's no one goes there anymore just because they just leave him alone. Because if you go there, he'll murder you.
yeah. Uh yeah, I kind of think that maybe they could do something with it, but again, it's kind of like they're really in development hell right now where it's just they with the rights and all that. It's so
No,
yeah.
I'm waiting for Five Nights at Freddy's movie to come out because I'm not going to see that one because they got a production company that's more independent, so it's going to be a little more indie, which should be cool because it'll be like a lower budgeted film, which isn't that bad since you don't need a high budget with Five Nights at Freddy's really. So I'm
Oh
excited to
yeah.
see that one because
Oh yeah.
because you know about the lore, right? Because Game Theory has done like I think 20 lore videos on Five Nights at Freddy or something like that.
Yeah.
So you know the lore, right? On how it's like child murder, revenge from beyond the grave, and it's all happening like a Chuck E. Cheese like pizzeria.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that would be really cool. Because I mean, when you take into account all like the hidden lore and stuff, I mean you could make a movie out of it.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, I was actually kind of that I just found out right now that well, not right now, but it was like a long time ago that they actually wanted to get what was it, Jim Henson's Creature Shop to actually do the animatronics.
That would be really cool, actually. But yeah, I mean, I guess they might be just like, I mean, it depends. They might go realist, like like practical effects, or they could just use CGI. But all I know is I just hope that they still have the purple guy as the villain, where it's like, oh, you don't know who the purple guy is.
Yep.
I mean, they could also do it where it's like this is after the first series of murders take place, so you're basically trying to the main character might be trying to piece together this whole like the whole missing children's incident. But yeah.
Oh yeah, that'd be pretty cool. That yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's just the thing is like, yeah, I'm not sure how they're going to do the film, but I definitely like to see it just because the game's gotten so popular and like there's like a lot of merchandise with it, so it makes sense that it's getting a movie.
Yeah, I hear that Chris Columbus is actually going to be writing and directing it.
Yeah, and he did he did like the first three Harry Potter films, or no, he did the first two Harry Potter films, I think, yeah. Or maybe
yeah,
he did the third one. All I know is that, yeah, it's one of the reasons why the first two are so close to the books, but like the others break away a lot.
yeah. That I kind of have a little bit of hope with him because he has actually done a lot of good stuff. So I'm kind of
Yeah, and he also seems to understand how to write kids. Like he also does a good job writing young people, and there are adults, but they're also probably going to be kids in the movie as well, or something like that. So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Like I'm not really sure if like they could go like full on horror with the Five Nights at Freddy's or to the point where it's just
people get killed.
yeah. I'm just kind of thinking like maybe they might end up going like full on horror where it's just kind of like the costumes look a little bit more grayish where I'm not sure if they'll take the color out of the movie where it's just kind of
I don't think it should because that would make it more creepy to have the color and stuff.
Yeah.
Like Chica's creepy, like the duck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she has a creepy look, especially when she's looking at the camera at you.
Yeah.
But yeah, because like according to the lore, 5 children get murdered, and then the first purple guy victim puts them in the suits and stuff and brings them back to life. And they get brought, and they basically haunt the suits and are resurrected. Then in the next game, 5 more kids get murdered at this place and stuff. Yeah. And and it closes down again. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the lore is a little bit kind of complicated when you take all the games into account, but but the backstory I think is it's pretty simplistic for, you know, they just die and then just come back as
it is, but but with the books and all the other stuff that comes in when you include it in like the timeline lore, it's essentially like basically like according to game theory, it all comes down to that the purple guy is not just a psychopath. He also is like has a mission or goal to basically figure out how to like in essence cheat death or something like that, where it comes to like fact like, oh, these machines run on like soul energy or something like that. It's something weird, yeah.
Yeah.
And then number 3, basically the bad, like, you know, purple guy gets spring trapped, so he's stuck like in a suit that's crushing his body and stuff. But he didn't die or something, or he came back to life. It's really creepy because it's like, you know, the spring lock suit's basically like, oh, when the spring lock snapped, that all those like wiring gets driven right into your body, and like it's supposed to kill you because it's like extremely painful death because you have all these wirings being like sliced into your body and stuff. But he somehow manages to survive, and he's like trapped in like a safe room.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very painful way to die, or basically be stuck for years.
Oh yeah, and then in Sister Location, isn't that kind of like how the Purple Man was the Purple Man ever like possessed? Because I think that's what happened in Sister Location.
Sister Location, that is in fact the Purple Man's son, the kid who puts the kid into like the Freddy machine. He gets his head crushed.
Yeah,
that's apparently that kid, the son, like the older brother. So that's the thing. The person who was in Sister Location is in fact the older brother. So he gets scooped, and then after being expelled, like all the animatronics coming out of his body when they tried to possess him, he basically comes back to life, essentially somehow, and like it's basically like almost like a walking corpse or something like that. And he basically apparently is on a mission to undo everything that his father has done. So yeah. So essentially, basically, the purple guy gets spring trapped, and I think it's like Freddy's Fright or whatever, you know, like the horror attraction based upon, you know, what happened at Pizzeria in like the 3rd game basically burns to the ground, but purple guy survives because Springtrap is still alive and stuff. But so basically, yeah, that later in the game, like the next game, like the latest game, basically they all die, I think, now.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain. You have to watch the game theory videos. All you just know is that, yeah, the whole saga of Five Nights at Freddy's is basically this one family, which is the Afton family, which includes Purple Guy, his son, his daughter, his wife, and like his older son.
Yeah.
So basically, one family essentially, like, you know, affects all these different people and gets, you know, kids killed. So yeah, it's like a butterfly effect.
Yeah, I'm just I'm not sure what the movie might end up doing. Like, if the movie will be
there are books, so probably like the books, maybe.
Probably like unless it will probably be like I'm not sure if like the movie will probably end up like recapping like all of the stuff that happened throughout the series. I'm not sure about that, but
I don't know. I mean, what the movie could do is also like, you know, the movie could like basically show you like what happens with Purple Guy. Like it could show you like, you know, the first victim that turns into the puppet, you know, and then like it could show you the five victims, five kids who get killed, who basically you know inhabit the bodies of the animatronics. So it could show that, and then the second half then could introduce like the security guard.
Yeah.
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 I don't know. I'm just interested. I just hope they like, yeah, follow the lore at least enough. Yeah, because it's, you know, would make it very disturbing to know that, I don't know, like, yeah, that there's like a murder mystery involving kids and stuff. Because you don't ever see that in horror films, so it'll be very different from other films. If yeah, there was a gruesome child murders and stuff.
Yeah.
Because like, yeah, the killer apparently uses like a golden Bonnie suit, like he used one of the Springlock suits, which is either a Bonnie or a Freddy suit, and the golden Bonnie suit was the one that he used to go out and like lure kids away so he could kill them.
So
yeah, that's part of the lore. Yeah.
So the golden Freddy suit is the Springlock suit.
Yeah, the ones where it's like if you are not careful, the spring lock will snap back in, and like you'll basically get murdered and stuff. Yeah, by those like locks coming back into place. Because it's like an animatronic that also doubles as a suit.
Yeah. Yeah. I was kind of thinking though, like if it would be pretty cool if like the movie it would actually show a flashback of the time where the kid got his head crushed into the what was it, the trap?
The bite, like the Freddy jaws.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be interesting too. But like also it'd be kind of cool if they show Shadow Freddy and Shadow Bonnie, because those are the apparitions of like those are like the two people who died from like being spring locked and stuff, spring trapped. By those two suits that double as a costume as well as like an animatronic. So their spirits kind of come back as shadowy versions of Freddy and Bonnie.
Oh, so basically like all the deaths in this series, those people just end up coming back as just one kind of form or another.
Potentially, because then there's also like then there's like Golden Freddy, who basically it's like that lifeless heap. You know, he suddenly appears, even though you don't see him moving in like the game itself. He'll appear and then he'll jump scare you.
Yeah,
it's creepy. Yeah, he just like is lying there like lifeless because he has no endoskeleton, so he can't move around like the rest of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was let me see. Yeah, and then I know that like Blumhouse is going to be producing the movie, so I mean they make some pretty good movies sometimes, and then sometimes it's usually kind of hit and miss with them sometimes, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it seems pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay. So that's cool. Well, should probably cut it off here and stuff since it's been going on for a good long time.
Yeah.
So anyway, folks, this was the first episode of the King Billy Show. So we might get an episode 2 next week. We'll have to see. Anyway, you can, my Twitter is kind of currently suspended, and I don't want to tip potential reporters off to my current account, so I won't mention its address right now, but you can tell me your Twitter address if you want, Lawrence.
Oh, yeah, it's at Gamaliel Perellas. That's where you can find me on Twitter.
Yeah. So anyway, folks, this was another King Billy Show. I hope to see you all again next week. Well, that's everything.